Greetings and peace. I hope you and yours are doing well today, wherever you might be listening to this from. And the topic for today I would like to talk about is how can Freemasonry and its values and tenets help the modern generation of today? Now, I myself am the first person in my family to become a Mason, and I did so at age 23 in 2016. And I believe through my experiences that I would like to share and to define how this brotherhood can help today's world, which is so divided more than ever. Now, I started researching the brotherhood since I was in high school, like since ninth grade. And there is a lot of misinformation that you can find online about it, just like with any other group out there. But you have to realize that good and bad people exist in every race, religion, culture, group in the world. As long as you adhere to whatever values that you stand up for, then no one can force you to do anything that you don't want to do, because you have the right to your own free will in the world that we live in. Now, when I went through the whole thing, I would say that Freemasonry is basically the relationships you build with one another, and you build with your brothers, you build with your fellow man, and try to make this world a better place. And that's what it's truly about. And I believe in today's divisiveness, where the young men of today do not have the same value of relationships that our parents did and our grandparents did. I guess the lack of moral fiber and just the overall interactions, where nobody just talks to each other anymore. Everybody's kind of stuck in this rat race lifestyle. This brotherhood helps you overcome these things and helps you become a better person by improving your own self. Now, the concept of making good men better, now that's often like used, I guess, in a normal type of way, but when you really understand it, it truly defines that you get put through hardship in your life, so those lessons make you a better person. Because if life was good all the time, you wouldn't learn nothing from it. So sometimes we do get put through trials and tribulations in our life for us to become better and for us to improve and chip away at those, I guess, at those stones in our body that need to be smoothed out, or how we call it, the rough ashlar, and how you need to smooth that out by circumscribing your desires and living within due bounds. So I believe in today's society, especially for the youth of today, and how I guess most of us today in today's world are open-minded, where we don't see the concept of race, religion, or being divided by these different socioeconomic statuses, or how the world defines us to be. We have to realize that, I guess, that we're all basically equal. We're all on the level, and that's what it really teaches you. If you there's a poet that I follow. Because I practice Sufism, and there's a poet from Pakistan that I follow. His name is Baba Bulleh Shah. And Baba Bulleh Shah teaches us that you have to give same respect to the girl that's dancing on the street that you would give to a king, because that's what Almighty God would want us to do, to love our fellow man and to love each other and to try to improve this world and make it a better place. And never to lose hope in who you are, your purpose, and what you're meant to do. Now, in 2016, I was going through the whole thing. I enjoyed it. I made a lot of lifelong friends, you could say. And there were moments where I would often get discouraged, and it would help me focus on myself and help me rebuild the things that I should have. And you could say that being a part of this brotherhood has helped me improve my character by being patient, helping me control my anger, helping me be courteous to everybody, knowing that we all have a shared common purpose in this world, and knowing that even our modern generation with the doomer generation and I guess the existential crisis that many face today, that goes away when you know that you have everybody behind you and by your side ready to support you. Because what do we really want in our life? We want to be loved, we want to be appreciated, and we want to be supported. That's what we all desire. I've seen people with money, resources, status, and some of them are not happy because they're alone. And many of our young men today are really alone, and they've been neglected by this society. So I would say that it truly is beneficial for you to consider the brotherhood and what it has to offer you, and truly appreciate its values for what it teaches you to be a better person, to be a better son, to be a better brother, husband, father, friend, and to show ethics in your work, in your life, to your neighbor, and all those things that we desire and aspire to be. Because that's who we should always contrive ourselves to be, to know that if we're not finding better examples in the world, then let us be that example ourselves and teach others. And this is coming from somebody who had left in 2018 and returned. So I know what this brotherhood means and its values, and why its values and tenets are beneficial for this world now more than ever. Because we all bleed the same. What is the point of us arguing about race, religion, socioeconomic status? Because once we leave from this life, all that goes away. The only thing that matters is what good did you do for yourself and others with the short time that you were given here. Now, I always say that life is beautiful, but life is also very short. So use this time to make things right. Love for one another. If you had a fallout with somebody, you make it up to them, and you be a reflection of beacon, light, hope, and respect. Even if others don't deserve it, you fulfill your part, because that defines who you are. And that's what this brotherhood shows you. And I would tell the young men today that even if you see on some of these messaging boards online where brothers are fighting with one another or they're arguing, you should always realize that what the true brotherhood is about and the true focus of your priority. Don't let their imperfection discourage you from knowing where you stand and what you need to do, because that's also one thing that you get taught is imperfection. Nobody is perfect in this world. We're all striving to improve ourselves and to leave behind a better impression at this world. And I believe in today's generation, especially my generation as a 90s kid, and especially as a minority and as a Muslim growing up in America, this brotherhood is basically your acceptance, and it teaches you to look at the world in a different way. And most people have a perception where I guess they watch too many YouTube videos and they think about becoming rich or famous. It's none of that. It's about what you can do for yourself and the world. That's what this teaches you. And it also teaches you, even me as a minority and as a 90s kid, millennial generation, that we have the potential to overlook all the artificial and other boundaries that society placed in our mind about how we're different from one another. And we know that we can come together and become one united body to heal this world and all of its pain. Because in order to have a better world, we need to improve the men in it, the men and women in it. So that's what this teaches us, is charity, to be with one another, to stand up for one another, and I guess be there for somebody in a world where that's not really accepted anymore, where you're just taught to just worry about yourself. And we need each other. Let's say you put this rich person who has all the money and resources in the world, and he's by himself. He will never be happy until he has the love and support of his fellow men and women in this world. So we need to realize that what this represents, and to preserve its value and its bonds, and to look for that light in education and that pursuit of happiness and the striving for knowledge that we need now in this world where we have so much information. We're drowning with the internet, artificial intelligence, and information, but I guess what can you say? We're still not learning, or we're still not happy in a lot of ways. So this teaches you that when we come together as mankind and we look past the differences of race, religion, what your occupation is and all that, we have a lot of potential to make a big difference in this world and all the issues that come with it. And that's what I enjoy, that whenever I see my brothers, and what it truly means is that they don't care who I am, what I look like, where I come from, what I do. I give them the same respect, and we enjoy the moment that we have together. And that's what life is truly about, is the relationships you build with one another and the memories and the impacts you leave behind, because that defines who you are. It's not about chasing after this job or this bank account or this car or this house. It's about what good you can do for yourself and others, and living a life in service to others. And this is also goes in correlation with my faith. And most people have a misconception that, this brotherhood does nefarious things, but that's all incorrect. We believe in God. We believe in striving ourselves to improve ourselves. We accept all good men of all faiths, backgrounds, and statuses, and to know that we're all equal in this world, and nobody's better than anybody. Nobody's above you or nobody's beneath you, and that's what this life teaches you. And other misconceptions that people have is about the signs of the skulls, that why do they have skulls and stuff. So the skulls basically define your mortality, that the human life is fragile, and I could drop dead right now any moment, but it's about giving appreciation for the short time that the Almighty has given us to be in service to self and others and whoever you can, because this life is short. And I go past the graveyard during my morning walk, and I see that no matter you're rich, you're young, you're old, you were powerful, you were a king, that's where you end up. And that's what the skull represents, is your mortality, where most people who don't know get a negative perception. So, the brotherhood is good, God-fearing men, and they're striving to improve their self and the world. But unfortunately, especially in America, that most people fear things that they do not understand, which includes, myself as a Muslim, or the brotherhood, or other things that they don't understand. They get their information from the internet, and they have a negative perception about it. So for the young generation of today, I would tell you that this would really, really help you. Give it a chance and know what it truly represents, and know that we need this in our society more than ever, where we're lacking relationships, we're lacking our trust in each other. We're feeling like what is our purpose to exist? We have a beautiful purpose to exist. If your eyes open up every morning, that means you still have a purpose to be here. So don't let anybody put you down, and know that you're powerful, and you're loved, and you're amazing, and you have a purpose to be here. And I would tell you that, just give it a shot. Even for the women, they have the female organizations as well, like Eastern Star and all that stuff. Give it a shot and just see what you can get out of it. And I would tell you that to attend one of those open house events where they have in your communities, and find out what they do. Go talk to them, ask questions, and know that you have the potential to check out every lodge in your area. So if you can ask them when they have their dinners and stuff, and you can go attend dinners and get to know the guys that are there, and you can try the other lodge and the other one, and you find one that works for you before you invest any of your time or resources, to know that, okay, this is a worthwhile investment. Now, the young generation of today, they don't hesitate. If they like something, they won't hesitate to buy a video game that's $60, $70 a piece. And they'll buy several of them so that's not a big deal for them. So if you have lodge dues that are $100 a year, if it's a worthwhile investment, then that's definitely something that can add to your value and add to your life experience and add to your growth. Because in order to get something, you have to put in something too. So you're not going to get nothing for free in your life. Nothing is free. You got to put something in. You have to make an investment. So if the young generation is ready, myself included, if I'm ready to buy $60 video games, several of them, and it comes up to $200-300, then $100 a year is not that bad to be a part of something. And not just the dues, but that's something that's for lifelong, whether you're a dues paying member or not, to teach you that those values that you can get and those core principles you can get from that brotherhood are yours for life, and you can use that to continue improving yourself and improving others and trying to make this world a better place, and to stand up for what's right at all times, no matter what happens. And that's the type of person that I became to be in my life. So always have that pursuit of happiness and that pursuit of knowledge, and to know that with all the stuff that exists about racism and about people not understanding each other, just know, especially for the young people in America, that there is a place where you can all be equal, and you can all have equal respect for each other, and you can all work with each other, and it's strive to make you successful. Its values and its core principles about this world and mankind, and how it teaches you to broaden your horizons and travel, and many beautiful things it teaches you about life that you probably won't get from any school or like any high school or college course. So you have to experience it for yourself. Now, one of its core values is travel. You have to travel, go see the world, and that's what I did recently. I traveled to England, I traveled to Pakistan, and I enjoyed it very much, because traveling and the experience of your life are two things that can't be bought. You have to go and experience it. And it teaches you that people everywhere are the same. So when I was here in the US, I see people wake up, they go and try to earn a living to support their families, they go to school, everybody wakes up and they're in a race. I go to England, I saw the same thing. I go to Pakistan, I saw the same thing. So this teaches us, and what this brotherhood taught me with the incentive to travel, is that how are we different from one another? We're all the same. Why do we let the agents of chaos that exist in every race, religion, and group in the world to divide us? Let us be that light. Let us be the light, and let us bring that peace to this world through the work that we're doing. Let us bring humanity together. And that's what this brotherhood, my friends, teaches you, that to travel, go see the world for what it is, to educate yourself, to always improve yourself, always keep learning in all that you do, and know that there's always potential for you to be better and to leave a better world behind for your friends, for your family, for your children, and the incentive that it's all on you. Nobody forces you to do anything. If you don't want to do anything in your life, then you can just, I guess, stay still and don't do nothing. But don't waste this time that has been given to you. We have a beautiful life. We have a beautiful world. I traveled, and I've seen that people everywhere are the same, and we need to preserve our land and our people and our world with the values that Freemasonry teaches us, that we have to respect everybody and continue to be good friends, good brothers, good husbands, good, I guess, just good people overall, good neighbors, and to just don't think about yourself, think about others too. And I see in those values where I'm walking and somebody's helping the neighbor, or they're picking up the trash, or they're doing something to help somebody, and it doesn't cost you nothing to help somebody and to be a good person. And that's what this really teaches you, is the relationships that you build with one another, the memories, and the world that you leave behind, and your own self-improvement. And to know that if you know what this world and humanity stands for, then you won't let any agenda out there that exists that divides us by race, religion, socioeconomic status have any influence over you in any way, shape, or form. And to tell the modern generation that this brotherhood is here to teach you values, and it's to give you hope. Don't let today's system of information overflow put you down in any way, thinking that you don't have a purpose in this world, or you don't have any value. You are valuable. If Almighty God put you on this earth at this time, especially in the age of awakening, and your eyes open up every morning, you, my friend, are very valuable. So don't let any misconception or misinformation define what a certain religion or a group or anything else is to you. You have to experience it for yourself, and it doesn't hurt. Don't let any misinformation misguide you about anybody, because at the end, we're all equal. We all bleed the same. And I go to the bus and train station, I see people of all races and religions. They're all going to work together. They all have families. They all have hopes and dreams. They all have aspirations. We're not different from each other. And that's what I really love about this brotherhood, that it teaches us that we're all equal, and we all have a shared responsibility to improve our own character and leave a better world behind. And that's it. It's your journey. And if you make the intention that I will face every hardship and trial and be successful in my life, then my friends, Almighty God will help you, and your brothers will help you too. And this life is a test. I have it today. I don't have it tomorrow. And one day I have to face the Almighty, and to know that what good did I do for myself and others with the time that I was given. So I hope you enjoyed my video, and if you have any questions, just send me an email, and may God bless all of you and your families. And just know that we are all one in this world, no matter what your race, religion, socioeconomic status is. That's what the brotherhood taught me, is that we are all one. And let us continue to become one united body. And once we achieve that, then we will have a beautiful world for you, for me, our families, and for everybody. So may God bless all of you, my friends, and your families, and remove all sorrows and worries you have from your hearts. And know that if your eyes open today, then you have a purpose. And I got love for you. Thank you again for watching, and have a blessed day and a blessed rest of the year. Thank you. P.S. Enjoy life, because life is beautiful. Enjoy this gift of life that we have been given, and be kind to everybody that come along your way in your life's journey. Thank you.